16 with your monthly reading for the month of May 2020, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of April, and I hope you also well if you're watching this. And yeah, keep safe during the pandemic situation right now. So yeah, keep stay home. So let's begin the reading. So the first card for you presenting the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Ten of Spade. So the Ten of Spade here indicates that for some of you who have been impacted by the recent pandemic or recent crisis, you may have seen like the ending, maybe towards your employment or towards your career. Maybe you have been let go by your employer or laid off in some way. So this can be something that you might have seen it coming, maybe because everybody is getting laid off. So you may have just waiting for the next, turn to come in, which is possibly in the beginning of May. You will see that happening. So this can also be indicative if you own your own business. This can also be like a temporary stop of what you have been doing so far. Maybe you wanted to start a new ventures or new things. Maybe currently the jobs or the business that you will have is not going very well during the crisis. So that's the reason why you decided not to go on with that and you want to put end on that. So every ending always comes with a new beginning. So there's always have a good things during all the crises, including this one too. So the next card that you have representing the influence card or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month, you have the Five of Clubs. So it looks like you have to fight with other people in order to get what you supposed to get, like fighting for the justice, or you're fighting for the rights that you need or that you have, like maybe if you are in the government, maybe you have, if you work in the government for instance, you may have to fight for the things that you need in your community, in your area in some way, like for instance the medical supplies, or even like something along those lines, like something that is really in needs, like basic needs kind of thing. So this can be one of the things that you may have in mind, that you may have to be aware of, because sometimes this type of thing can be happening in anybody's life. So you just have to be careful on like fighting for your agendas, but you also need to take care of other people too. You need to be gentle toward other people as well. So the next card you're presenting the past position of your spread, you have the Ace of Diamonds. So the Ace of Diamonds here indicates that in the past, maybe this is your sovereign package, or like like the final wages in some way, because I see that this is coming already. So you have no choice. Like, okay, rather than let go without anything, so it's better to have been let go with something at least. So this can be your sovereign package, or might be like a last bonuses of what you have done so far, and you have been working so hard in the past, and this can be your turn. This can be the time for you to shine. So for some of you who are very lucky to have a little bit more cash, this can also be like when you see the opportunities during this crisis, that some of you may ended up purchasing a house. So this can be one of the things, like maybe you have been working for 20 plus years, and then the sovereign package is actually enough for the down payment of the house, and you see the housing market is collapsing right now, so you may end up buying a house, which is a very good move in some way. But anyway, this can be different for each of you. So maybe you will have to see from your own conditions. But I do not see it as you are changing job. No, this is not something like related to changing of the job, you know, prominently. But possibly yes, for some of you who have been getting a lot of an interview in some way, but I do not see it as a prominent. You may get a job, but you may not be able to move or to start working immediately. Otherwise, this can also be like a remote work kind of situations. So in that case, then yes, you can work immediately once you hire. So the next that you have presenting the things that you learn from the past. You have the 5 of Spades. Yeah, this is something a bit the same as the previous 5 here, but this is more into like you learn a lot from discussing, from debating from other people. Like actually they are also in the same situation as yours. So again, if you have been fighting for your rights, or if you've been like fighting for people in your communities to get what they need, what they deserve, so basically you will ended up seeing the right perspective, that you actually are not alone. The other people or the other parties are actually having the same kind of situation as yours. This can be like happening for you if you are getting laid off. So there are many people. So actually you wanted to get more severance package or whatever it is, like you want to get more compensation in some way, but you also understood that the other people also have the same needs and you can't get more. You can't fight more, because they also need to give it to the other people too in these situations. So the next card that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the 4 of Spades. So I think this is happening for everybody right now, mostly if your country has been locked down in some way. So this can be like you may have to stay at home, you cannot go out, you need to work from home, or you can't really enjoying your life, you cannot travel, there's a travel restriction and so on. And this can be one of the things that actually a good news, because in May, I believe it could be in the middle of May until late of May, those restrictions will be lifted up. So this can be one of the good news happening in your life. Finally they open their gate back on, like they finally reopen everything. So those like slow kind of situations in your life or in your career finally been lift up, has been lifted up, and all of a sudden you may have to go up to speed to work faster, to work more. Like this kind of situation is like a break for everybody, basically. So don't think like you are losing your job, then you become unemployed and you become useless. No, this is not, for now, one of the things that you need to understand and also to take on from this situation is like all of these are temporary. There's nothing that is permanent in this world. So this happened to you too in these situations. So the next card you have representing the future card towards the end of the month, you have the 8 of Hearts. So the 8 of Hearts here indicates that I think most likely, if this is the case, if you have been, all of the restriction has been lift off, and you basically are able to travel, or are able to migrate, or are able to move from one place to the other, this can be a good choice. This can be one of the things that happen when you finally get a new job and everything, all the doors are open for you. And I do see that in this card. So basically you have a chance to finally go out from your countries or your province, your city, from the way you conduct a business in the day-to-day life in some way. So this can be one of the good thing. So let's see the last card for you, representing the clarifying card. At the bottom of the deck you have the Seven of Hearts. So with this card in mind, so basically you need to be careful. So whatever that you have been going through in the past or so far, you need to be very careful in deciding where to go and what to do and which job that you want. So basically this card comes with the precautions that everything is not seems what they look like, you know. This is not like what you see what you get. It might be you, but in this case, if you get a job offer, if you are looking for a job, so the job may not be what you think about before. There might be more into it, like maybe different expectations or different job descriptions at what they advertise in the end. So you need to be careful and to be aware of that. So I think that's overall readings for you for the month of May. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you do like it, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notification every time we publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal here. And see you next month. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.